My name's Anu Ojar. I'm the director of the UK's National Space Academy programme, and I'm also a physics teacher. Space has a unique capacity to inspire young and old alike, and when we look at all of the achievements in space science, the wealth of activities from Earth observation to human exploration to solar system exploration to deep sky astronomy, we have so many different contexts that we can use as key tools in boosting students' curriculum understanding of the subjects they're studying at school, and therefore the qualifications they're going to get to maximise their opportunities. So for me, the ability to be involved with so many teachers from across Europe through the ESA Summer Teachers Workshop is not just an opportunity, it's a real privilege. I've been involved in many of ESA's teacher workshops, and the pattern is always the same. At the end of a very intensive week, the teachers who've attended are absolutely engaged. They are totally enriched, not only by learning about the wealth of ESA's activities, but also with so many different contexts that they themselves can take back to the classroom. Time and time again, you speak to the participants and they're saying it's transformed their understanding not only of space, but its potential for use in the classroom. And what's really important and interesting is that many of the teachers are saying that one activity can work, if it's modified correctly, with primary school students or middle school students or even pre-university students themselves. And so what we're seeing is, if we focus on how we use context from space to achieve the educational outcomes we want, then not only are the students going to be enthused, they're going to get better qualifications. For me, with 15 years physics teaching, I have to say that at the heart of motivating students is getting to know them as individuals. And from my own experience, I've never treated girls or boys any differently. What I've done is try to find out what it is that motivates them, try to make sure that the way in which we're tailoring our programs of study suits those individual students. So I suppose we have an individualized learning approach. And although I sometimes hear on a large, on a macro scale, and I'm aware that there are big issues for the number of girls that are going into science and engineering, I must say that in my classes I've seen really good progression. Certainly the engagement is there, but also the progression on to higher education courses in physics and engineering. Some of my very best students have been girls, and they've pushed through to the very highest level. So for me, it's about getting to know that student, regardless of their gender, as an individual, and therefore really maximising what works for them and what can stretch them to their full potential. In terms of where a priority should be to focus, I have to say it's regardless of what level you are working at, quality education is essential. There are going to be financial restrictions on where you are putting resources, but if I had to choose, most of my teaching has been at secondary school level and also at pre-university and university level. I have to say, I do believe that our colleagues in early years teaching haven't been supported as well as other colleagues. And so if I had to say where would I prioritise where resource should be given, it would be in early years. But having said that, I think it's critical at all levels.